Okay, right then guys, Adam is going to go first.
Yeah. So
And what do you notice?
So this is my 6-iron, so Mizuno's standard length. So if we put that down, this is in the set, the King Cobra gap wedge.
Yes. They are the same length. Which one are you going to hit first?
So I'm going to hit 5-iron first.
Okay.
Again, which doesn't feel that bad because obviously
It's used to a 6-iron, isn't it?
It's used to being that long. So we'll leave that one for the minute. So firstly, from the top, they look lovely. So nice, clean looking lines. It's got a slightly thicker top line than I'm used to, but that's nothing really that I would.
No, just get in here and have a little look at that top line. Get in there. Get that down there.
So if we were going to put that in there, so it's a little bit thicker than I'd be used to.
Yeah.
But nothing,
Playable,
nothing that you couldn't play with. Definitely not. So nice Lampkin grips on here. We've got the only ones we could test were with a regular shafting, but that won't make a lot of difference.
No,
to me.
not at this length. Maybe if it was longer. Nice, nice. First impressions.
They come out a bit flat.
Okay.
So I thought I'd hit that pretty nicely, but it has come out quite flat. So
Okay, let's get down here and see if we can see the flight on one of these for you. Yes, you can see there, hopefully guys, that has hardly got above the tree line. Nice and straight.
Yeah,
just very flat. Okay, grab that gap wedge.
This is the bit that I'm not looking forward to, and we've discussed this before.
Yeah.
That actually, for Simon, because he plays longer golf clubs, they might actually feel a little bit nicer for you.
Yeah, definitely.
However, I was always happy with, I think I was going to be happy with that end. However, having a gap wedge at the same length as my 6-iron,
it's going to be tough, isn't it?
All I want to do is go there.
Yeah. Okay, let's see it then. So let's get down here again so you guys can see some flights.
It just looks very strange to have it this long and that much loft.
Wow, so that has gone high up in the sky there.
Wowza.
Nice and straight again, but you're definitely one that likes to flight the ball down a bit, aren't you? With your wedges.
Yeah.
And you think you could do that with this?
Well, let's just try one. I think it would be those feel shots that I would struggle with more than anything. Like, there's a bit of wind and like you say, want to knock one down, it just feels like it's like I haven't got as much control over it.
Yeah, because it's longer, yeah, definitely.
Let's try and hit a knockdown one. And again, straight up in the air, even on a knockdown shot, that's gone quite high.
Yeah.
So it might be something that you'd have to get used to.
Yeah.
With these clubs in general, and yeah, for me, obviously that's difficult with the short irons, which sort of goes along with what we've been told about these clubs going forwards, that longer irons come out a bit flatter, short irons go a bit higher, but. Top end I'm alright with, bottom end would take an awful lot of adjusting for me.
Yeah, definitely. Right, let's jump in there and have a little go.
Okay guys, so Simon's go with these 1-length irons.
Yes, I'm intrigued by this because unlike you, this is my 9-iron, and again if we put it down next to the 6 and the gap wedge, they are all the same length, so this is where it differs between us. Obviously the heights you're using standard Mizuno, obviously naturally a shorter brand anyway. I'm using 1 inch longer than standard pings here, and I don't think a 9-iron is going to feel so odd at this bottom end of the bag where the gap wedge is. It's just whether or not it feels too short, and if the ball doesn't go far enough for me with these, because that again is all part of the process, isn't it? Because if it doesn't fly, if it flights, you can live with, you can live with the flight if it's consistent.
Definitely.
But if it doesn't go far enough.
And this is where obviously the good thing about us testing these clubs, because we're so different, even in the way we swing it, stature-wise, it's going to feel very different between us both. So it'd be interesting to hear your views. The other end to me, whereas like the shorter clubs for me were a bit of a struggle, whereas it'll be the complete opposite end of the bag for yourself.
Yeah, so these long ones do feel very short, which, if they go the distance, could be perfect. Could be great. Oh, that's very low. That's definitely not the club. That was me.
But it's one of those things as well, because obviously it feels that short. You might have a few.
Gonna take a bit of getting used to landing this club in the right place. I'm gonna stick the ball position a little bit further forward. Better.
Even with that though, that was really nice strike, but that's come out really flat.
Come out very flat, isn't it?
Really flat. Considering
to get these on the course.
Watching you hit obviously your new pings, they're going at a lovely height. So obviously to see that flight come out was a bit different, wasn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
So we've gone to gap wedge as well. Now for you, this is going to feel alright, isn't it?
Doesn't feel too bad. This feels usable. It does feel long, don't get me wrong. No. It's certainly longer.
Feels proper odd to me.
But it doesn't feel
6 iron with too much loft.
It goes high.
It goes high.
It does go high.
I wouldn't have said you launched it quite as high.
Quite as extreme as yours.
Yeah.
I'm very steep angle of attack anyway, as you can see from the divot I take. But I could use these shorter irons.
Yeah.
I could definitely use these shorter irons if push came to shove. And what's going to be interesting, we're going to take these out on the course now and actually have a little go with them.
And see how they get on.
It would be interesting in the real world to see.
On course, yeah.
See what happens. So let's, like you did, just try and hit a knockdown one. It is high.
It is higher than usual, but again, controllable for you from there.
I could work that, very much so.
So, one place left to try them.
Yeah, let's get out on that golf course. So yeah, click the link just down here and that'll take you to our on-course tall v small challenge we're going to do. As always, just click the circular icon in the middle there. Any thoughts from you there at the end?
I think it's just the extreme of things going from person to person. It's going to be a very personal thing, these one length clubs. They're going to work for a lot of people.
Yeah,
and I'm not saying that they're not going to, but you're going to need to try them, guys. You're going to need to get out there, test them, get fitted for them,
and see what happens.
Right,
join us in part 2.